Okay, so Rajesh, thank you very much for inviting Enterprise IT News to your event today. There's a media roundtable and then the user conference. Maybe let's give a very brief summary of what's happening for these 2 days.
Hello, Catherine. So we are here in Jakarta to bring the first ever user conference of ManageEngine to the city. Speaking specifically of the ASEAN region, Southeast Asia, we have about 6,000 customers from the region. And when I speak about this region, it includes Singapore, Malaysia, obviously Indonesia, big market for us, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam, and also countries from around the region like Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all of that. So ManageEngine has had our journey over the last couple of decades by working with our customers, listening to their feedback, putting that back into the product. So we as a company strongly believe, even though we are a technology company, human personal connections equally matter, and we want to have face time with our customers directly for our teams. We'll have close to 100 people flying in from Chennai in India, where we are headquartered, hosting 500 of our customers over the next 2 days. We will discuss our strategy, vision going forward as a company. We will put customers on the spotlight. They go on stage, they share their perspective of their industry, their experience using ManageEngine. It's a community where customers talk to each other. We have deep dive technical workshops. We have one-on-one of our customers with our leadership, our technical teams. It's going to be 2 days of a lot of intense conversations, intense good times as well. So it's a great opportunity to have face time between ManageEngine and us.
There was like the media roundtable,
Right.
where there's like journalists from I believe 5 countries, maybe more.
Right.
And you gave a very good overview as well of your product roadmap, some of the rationale, what is driving ManageEngine's products and solutions, and basically your strategy moving forward,
Right.
which you gave. So I actually have very specific questions based on the presentation which you gave.
Yeah.
So like for example, I think one of the first few slides you talked about how ManageEngine, when you go to market, when you build solutions for your customers, you ensure that the integrations are contextual and also that there will be tight business IT alignment.
Right.
How do you ensure this?
Yeah. How do we ensure that is why we exist? This is the top problem for our customers, right? So historically, IT used to be this back-end function, which used to just deploy technology, make sure technology was working. But cut to 2026, for the last 5, 6, 7 years, the role of the traditional IT, so to speak, is changing a lot. Every business today is not just deploying technology, they depend on it, right? So much so, it goes without saying, every enterprise today is a digital enterprise. Digital enables, runs businesses today, regardless of size, vertical, which region you are. So as part of this evolution, we see the CIO's organization becoming more and more strategic in terms of how businesses transform themselves, how businesses expand to adjacent markets, how they expand globally, how can they have business objectives, right, met. For all of this, we are looking at leveraging technology today, and CIOs drive this.
There's also an observation which I made because I very briefly read through your profile.
Yeah.
And suffice to say, I'm also getting to know you when I attend this conference, right? I think, at least in my mind, that the ManageEngine story of the business IT aligner perhaps is in parallel to your story, because you started in ManageEngine as a software programmer.
Of course, I did. Yes.
So that was in 1997, and fast forward to today, decades later, you are the CEO, looking after not just the technology side of ManageEngine, but also having an overview of the business.
Right. I started as a programmer, as do many CIOs, right? So they started as programmers, they started as hardcore ITs. Some of them evolved to become business leaders. Some of them become to evolve technology leaders.
Yes.
That's been the evolution. Your original question was, how do we bring this
business
technology and business alignment? So my answer always is like, you need people, you need leaders with the vision to always bring alignment. alignment doesn't happen by itself. It's its own challenge. It's its own struggle. You have to have the right objectives defined, like the right clarity about what you want to achieve and the means to achieve. Those come first, and then the good sense to know what possibilities technology gives you and applying it the right way. Right? So this is how I've seen successful companies, successful customers of ours bring this IT business alignment, right? So IT leaders have to first visualize themselves as also business leaders, which is they are not only worried about technology working, they should be worried about the profit and loss of the company. If the employees are happy, if the happy employees, are they keeping customers happy? Are they growing in their career? These are questions you should also be thinking about. This is what I mean by IT business alignment. You should know the purpose of why you are in IT. Why does your business exist? So we are a technology company. Our business exists to make the lives of our customers simple. And who are our customers? CIOs, CISOs, IT directors, people running network operations center, people running security operation. Exactly, right?
Yeah. So it sounds also as though they need to be, the people that you have on your team that will help the technology professionals in these other organizations.
Right.
They will need to know also the business. They need to perhaps be business domain experts.
Right. If they are also aware of business domains, it is an added advantage. That's how I put it, right? Because there will be business teams owning business outcomes. There will be marketing teams owning marketing outcomes. You have technology teams owning technology outcomes. High degrees of workforce experience is a technology objective or outcome. So people should have the perspective. This is what I'm delivering. I'm not handing over a device to a person. I am helping them becoming productive. Is what I mean.
Okay, which leads me to my next question, because at some point during your presentation, you also talked about that you want to help your customers efficiently manage operations of IT operations, plus also security operations, right? So, but what is ManageEngine's approach towards IT operations and security operations? Do you delineate the two, make sure that there is like a boundary between the two, or do you understand that one cannot run without the other?
Yeah. So you've got it the right way. One cannot run without the other, right? So they are very complementing, but it also is good to have a dotted line between operations and security. It also brings some performance tax because you want to move forward with some pace. But if you're always worried about security, it puts some roadblocks. This is the perception often the operations people have. They may be justified the way they see it, but security cannot be wished away. It has to be a fundamental piece. So you need to bring the right ownership. So you have operations ownership, you have security ownership. There is a dotted line in between. One cannot run without the other. You cannot blame it on the security tax to let operations run free the way they want. So this is the approach we take. So we equally invest in building both technology for managing operations as well as security. Integrate them tightly, integrate them contextually to make sure there is a lot more collaboration between each other than fighting always, right?
But what does this mean for ManageEngine's narrative? Because maybe a general perception or a widely known perception about ManageEngine is IT operations. But during your presentation, you talked a lot about security products as well, data protection, SIEM, security incident event management, the SOAR, observability. So what does that do to ManageEngine's narrative?
Yeah, very interesting observation and question. So our narrative is changing. Our narrative is shifting. We are no longer just the IT operations management company. We are no longer just the service management company. We are equally a cybersecurity operations management company. And that is the narrative that we want to send to the world. We will equally focus on both IT operations management as well as security management. Because, like I said, even if they are not merged completely, they are very complementary to each other. And this is the narrative we want to take. We are not a pure play cybersecurity. We are not pure play IT operations. So we take it together. And we believe this is how the convergence is happening in the real world. This is the challenge for all our customers. How do they bring that together? It was a challenge even inside our company, where security was an afterthought or outsourced thing. And when we keep talking about security as a foundational block, we have to first believe in that model, we have to adopt it ourselves, and then go preach to the external world, right?
Okay.
So we consume our own products inside our company.
Customer zero.
Or like in our case, say like we eat our own cake, right?
That's true.
That's a good way to put it. We are a 18,000 employees strong company, multinational, 30 different countries we exist. How do we bring operations and security together? The same narrative, the same model, the same offerings, the same solution approach. We take it to our customers too.
Okay, loving this conversation. So now with AI, artificial intelligence in the mix, what happens?
I'm equally looking forward to the changes that it brings, Catherine, right? So what happens is anyone's guess, right? Especially given the pace at which AI is evolving, right? So we have to be very aware of the possibilities as well as the risks.
Yeah.
So we are still in the figuring out mode, right? You have to accept what you know and also have to accept what you do not know.
Yeah, and I have to say, Rajesh, I'm very impressed when you said not just once, but you repeated it a few times as well, that ManageEngine does not intend to price your AI services. You talked about the agentic control plane, or maybe it's not already product, or maybe it's not commercial yet, but what is your plan about it? And if there is a roadmap, when can we expect to see something?
I mean, why does ManageEngine exist? So we talk about technology infrastructure, IT operations, cybersecurity. We do all of this for various entities today, for human identities, for devices, for applications, for your networking infrastructure. And what is agentic AI? The way we see it is a new entity, new component, technology infrastructure. So the roadmap for ManageEngine is when something like an AI agent comes into the digital infrastructure, we will give it the equal amount of focus and attention it requires for running your IT operations and security operations applied to AI agents. So that is how we see it. Call it an agent control plane, call it an agent ops management system. It doesn't matter what you call it. But when AI agents come into the technology infrastructure, how confident the CEOs can be, how confident the CISOs can be to allow the deployment and manage the operations is what we are thinking about, and this is what we will do.
Okay, Rajesh, thank you very much for
My
all your
pleasure, Catherine.
responses.
So love the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.